Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Corey Ray Sterringer, and with me today I got my daughter Isabella. She's going to be my assistant in my... You can pop your head in.
Okay.
Just don't show what you got in your hand yet. She's going to be my assistant in handing me my things that I got from my Halloween haul if she doesn't break something first. So you're going to be seeing things from TJ Maxx, Homegoods, Temu, Joann's, Cracker Barrel, and Michael's, and Gabes. So, got a lot for you. And there'll be some things you didn't see in my decor hunting videos because I got them after I filmed those and I wasn't filming that day. But yeah. So, we're going to start off with TJ Maxx. So, this stuff here. So, the first thing I'm going to show is the simplest thing out of the bunch that I got. And that is this black cat statue. There we go. I've been looking for a black cat statue that reminded me of my old cat Raven for a while now that I actually liked. I wasn't wearing a witch hat or some other thing. And I finally found this one at TJ Maxx. And I paid $12.99 for that one. Next up from TJ Maxx, we have probably... Well, I've got a couple things actually that I really like this year. I found this at TJ Maxx. I hadn't seen anybody else post it. I just happened upon it in the store and really liked it and had to have it. They only had this one and one other one. But it is this fairly large witch statue. Wicked Witch. She's got this really like engraved detailing on her skirt and her hat. She's got the Wicked Witch green skin and a broom. The only thing about it I didn't care for was that this is actual like straw and not ceramic like the rest of the piece. But definitely in my top favorites for this year. Next up, keeping with the witch theme, we have this piece. That's going to be last because that's the big ticket thing. Alright, so this next piece is something I saw in somebody else's video. I can't remember whose. They actually bought it. And I really liked it. And 2 days later, I went to TJ Maxx and happened to find just this one sitting right in the front display. But it is another green-skinned witch. But she has a pumpkin for a skirt. She actually, now that I think about it, really reminds me of one of my own original characters. If you don't know, I draw and write my own stories. And she kind of reminds me of one of my characters, but I'm not getting into that right now. But she's got the green skin, a black, purple, and gold outfit. And her skirt has like the black and white Beetlejuice style stripes. And more of this purple and gold. And she was $19.99. The last witch I showed, I don't have the price tag on it still, but I think it was around the same price. Maybe a little bit cheaper. Alright. That could have been bad. Alright. Next item from TJ Maxx is yet another piece I hadn't seen anybody post in store. I was actually looking for the Bride of Frankenstein statue where she's by herself. I'll put a picture here. But I could not find it, still have not found it at the two TJ Maxx and HomeGoods that I've gone to. But I did find this piece, which you might have seen in my Halloween Decor Hunting video. And that is this Frankenstein monster and bride. Try to adjust the lighting here. There we go, sorta. But they're setting in like this big wooden, almost electric chair looking chair. But it's Frankenstein's monster. He's all chained in to the chair and everything, and his bride is sitting on his lap. Another one of my favorites this year. So, next is the biggest item I found so far. And I was literally shocked that I found it because I've been looking for it for years now. And I actually, when I found it, found two of them on the shelf together. But it is the infamous Headless Horseman statue. In the almost like old metal looking gray, and the jack-o'-lantern does light up actually pretty brightly, but I really like the detail of it. As you know, if you've been following along on my channel, I went to Sleepy Hollow with my wife and Isabella back in March, the same time we went to Salem. So, really love this piece. Alright, and that's it for TJ Maxx right now. For now. Next, we're going to have Homegoods. This was a piece I've been wanting for a few years now, but it was always huge. Well, not huge, but a good size and expensive. They actually came out with a smaller version this year, and thankfully I found this one because they had this one and they had it in green for some reason. But it is this dapper jack-o'-lantern head man, which again reminds me of some characters in one of my stories. Also, Kelsey, Isabella, and I dressed up as jack-o'-lantern heads for Halloween last year. I'll put a picture here. But yeah, so really love this piece. And like I said, the other one they had in store of this size, the jack-o'-lantern was green for some reason, which I did not like. I almost didn't see this one. It was hidden. So I almost got the green one and was just going to repaint it. But then I saw this and I literally like whipped it off the shelf. But it was $19.99. I also didn't say the Headless Horseman was $29.99, I want to say. Yeah. Alright, so that's all I got from Homegoods. Next, we're going to do... let's do Temu. So this, you would have seen in another video. I did it at the end with a couple other things I think I got from Joann's or something. But it's this hand from Temu that is kind of like a knockoff for the really expensive candle holder witch hand from Bath and Body Works. But this one was only $8. And the whole thing is ceramic. This isn't fabric like the Bath and Body Works, but I kind of prefer it being ceramic. But yeah, $8. I really like it. Next thing from Temu I actually have over here. I didn't show this in my other video, but I ordered these prints. They're not necessarily Halloween, but they give the spooky vibes. They're actually canvas prints, and I think I paid like $8 for however many's here. So there's this long hair black cat. This owl on a black background. I like it, the black background of these. And again, these are canvas material. I think they're all 8x10. This one is a skeleton smoking a cigarette, which I could have done without cigarette, but next we have, what even is this? It's a very dark still life. It looks like. I see the little candle and a couple other things there. It's kind of hard to make out though. Next is this moth one. That's like an old, like textbook looking image. I was looking to see if this bigger one was a Death Head's moth, but it's not. Still like it though. And lastly is this dark landscape with some ravens or crows flying over the trees. And again, I got all of these as a set for like $8 on Temu. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, especially considering they're printed on canvas and not just like cheap paper. I actually gotta say I'm surprised with Temu. This is the first I've ever ordered from them, and I really like both things I got from them. Alright, so that's it for them. Next we're going to do Joann Fabrics, which again, some of these things, if not all, you've probably seen in my other video, but we're going to show them again. So, first up we got this skull that has all of these like fortune-telling looking symbols on them. I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Astronomy, astrology, one of the two. But there a few years ago, I had a Death to My Youth themed birthday party and collected all kind of these different ceramic skulls of different designs and looks and everything. So I thought he'd be a good piece to add to the collection. Addition was the word I was looking for. But he was $19.99, but I knew I had a coupon for him, and I think I only paid, well, it wasn't a coupon. I guess it was like 40% off. Whatever 40% off $19.99 is. I didn't pay $20 for that. Next up from Joann. So this, the skull, let me see here. The skull and the next two things I want to show is from Joann's Witchy line that they came out with on, I think, like Mother's Day. So again, sorry, I'm directing Isabella. So this, I think I showed in another video, but it is this moth jewelry box, trinket box, whatever you want to call it, container is what it's labeled as. And it's pretty deep. You can't really see in this lighting, but there you can kind of see. But again, it was $19.99, but I had the 40% off coupon. And the last piece from that collection was another box. And it is this skull moon box. Crescent moon. Has some really good detailing on the face there. And again, really deep inside. Pretty nice size. So this one was $24.99. Again, I had the 40% off. I even had a coupon too, I want to say, that I used with some of this stuff. I think the skull and the moth box I got online. So I had a coupon to use online plus the 40% off. That box I have 40% off. And then this item that Isabella just handed me, I have 40% off on. Which is this hanging bat has this, of course I'll probably get rid of the twine. It has this little hole here. You can kind of hang it on a hook or something. But it's this nice, it has nice detailing and everything. And as you can see, the price there was $14.99. But again, I had the coupon. So I think I only paid like $8 or $9 for it then. Or not the coupon, the 40% off discount sale that they always have. So yeah, that was everything from Joann's. So now we're going to jump into Cracker Barrel. So I actually bought 2 sets of salt and pepper shakers. I never realized how many different types of salt and pepper shakers you could buy at Cracker Barrel. Like, they even have little single ones that were only $1 a piece, which was really good. But I got the box sets. So I got this vampire in a coffin. I don't know why he's upside down in the picture. That's kind of... Anyway, here's what it looks like in person. The coffin is one shaker, and the little vampire is the other. This comes out his head. But to me, when you're in a coffin, it goes like that. So I don't know why in the picture they had him upside down. But I'm trying to get him to focus here. Alright. Let me put him back in his box, and then we'll move on to the next one. I will say too, Cracker Barrel, I liked a lot of their things, and I saw multiple sizes of the really popular, I can't remember what it is, the ghost and the witch that looks like it's blowing in the wind. It's basically like a sheet. They were like $40 each. Like, I'm not about that life. I also saw like a knockoff version at Homegoods or TJ Maxx, and it was bigger, but it was still like $30 or $40. Anyway, so the next salt and pepper shaker I got, if I can get them out of here, is another, well, let me show you the picture of the box first. Frankenstein monster and his bride in this orange and black car. And again, the car is a shaker. See the little holes there? And I'm going to try to get myself out of the picture here. I don't know why nothing wants to focus. Well, you get the idea. I don't know why I won't focus, but the holes for this one are right here between their back and the seat. It's kind of a weird place to put it. But yeah, and they just set right into their little car, and there you go. So my plans for these is that I'm going to use this set for my Halloween party, and I'll use the vampire set for Halloween if I do that again this coming year. But both of these sets were, well actually, so Frankenstein and his bride were $8.99, and the vampire in the coffin was $7.99, which makes sense. It's a little smaller. And that's it for Cracker Barrel. So next we're going to do Gabes. And just like Homegoods, I got one item there. I featured Gabes in my last, I think it was my last decor hunting video. And I guess it's my second to last. But anyway, so this was in that video while I was hunting. And as I said earlier, I've been looking for black cat stuff that reminds me of my old black cat Raven. Does this have a chip? No. Anyway, it's this little black cat standing on a witch's hat. And I actually think this cat reminds me more of my cat Raven than the one I got from TJ Maxx. Because this one has the yellow eyes, while the one from TJ Maxx has bright green. But yeah. That was $7.99. Alright. And lastly, we have Michaels. I have 3 pieces from their Nevermore collection, the goth line that they released this spring or summer. And then I have 2 things from, I think it was from 2 separate Halloween collections, but they have similar themes. So I'm going to start with the Nevermore collection first. And again, 2 of these things you saw in another video, but I want to show them again. So I got the black hand vase. And it is $16.99, but I know I didn't pay that for it. I got it on sale or something. And then I want to say everything was 50% off. I'll have to look back at the video I recorded when I finally saw the line. I think it was 50% off. So I only paid like $8 for the hand, and the same for, well, this next item would have been like 10, so it was $19.99. But it is this book with a hand. It's on a stand, and it says, "A new chapter unfolds." So I actually got a couple hand theme things this year too. Actually, a lot of my stuff really goes together that I've gotten this year, color wise and theme wise. Alright, and then the last thing from the Nevermore collection is when I actually went into Michael's in my last Halloween Decor Hunting video and saw the actual Halloween stuff. The Nevermore collection was still there, and it was 70% off at that point. So I had seen this the first time I went and thought about getting it, but it was still kind of pricey even with the discount since I got the other 2 things. So I got it this time. But it is the "Love is Patient, Love is Kind" sign that is black with the gold writing and frame. Again, this is intended for Halloween more than anything. But again, it was $19.99, 70% off. I don't know how much it'd been, but I didn't pay the full price. I know that. So the next 2 things and the last 2 things are from Michael's 2 Halloween lines, not the hippie one. I didn't care for the hippie one that much, but their other 2 lines. So this first thing is from the collection of like all the white items that had the controversial picture of the Winter Witch or whatever with the wolves that got pulled because it was like AI or something. But anyway, this item, again for Halloween, I got this anatomically incorrect bat skull. And it has the moss on its head and everything. I really liked it. I don't know how much I paid for it though. The tag's off of it. I want to say it was like under $10. And then I had a coupon for $5 off, because I had Kelsey use her phone number to sign up for their thing, and she got $5 off. And then lastly, again, Halloween. I could probably use it for Halloween too, which I just realized matches the sign I showed earlier. The Bat Room open 24 hours. So play on bathroom, obviously. So we're going to hang it on our bathroom door for our Halloween party and Halloween party, probably. But I just realized it matches the Love is Patient, Love is Kind sign, which is good. So, one more thing that I forgot to show. This was from Joann's. Just a little thing I gotta check out. It's one of their reusable shopping bags. And it is this fortune-telling sign on it that says, "Psychic readings, find your destiny, past, future, fate, and love." And then it has this whole starry night sky design on both sides. And then both sides, front and back, look like that. And that's it. So, if you liked what you see, make sure you subscribe so you get notifications of when I post. Make sure you have the little bell icon selected. And again, thanks for watching, and Isabella wants to say my outro. Until next time,
stay spooky.